Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is your travel coffee break. My name is Dan Ori. I am an independent travel agent and I support independent travel agents. Today, the coffee is not bad actually, caramel latte, Costa caramel latte. So there we go. We are here in a hot desk office space today rather than at home because I am home based, not homebound. And I've got the builders in taking up the floor at home. So here I am. But I am competing. Hopefully, you can't hear it over the audio, but I am competing with some stuff going on in the hall downstairs. It does, it sounds like Cliff Richard is downstairs. So it's obviously a Cliff Richard impersonator entertaining the crowds down there so for a coffee morning, so fantastic, but hopefully it won't disrupt us. Now that's the important news. Now for the news that is happening at the moment. I've been getting some messages this morning about Iceland, and I thought, well, let's tackle that. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to look at what's going on with Iceland. Okay. Okay. This is what's going on with Iceland. So don't panic before you see this, when you see this, and don't panic if you've got people there or you're traveling there or you're there. Um, so there's been a lot of there's always volcanic activity in Iceland, but it's been a bit more active this last month. And as you can see, I think it was about 3 a.m. this morning. Um, no, actually, we got the last update at 3 a.m. this morning. So there was a lot of activity happening sort of yesterday, today, and now it seems to be dissipating again. But as you can see, this was last night. This is the live webcam, and this is in an Iceland. So it would have been the 18th to 12th, 2023, would have been 10:44 at night, Icelandic time. So yeah, but apparently, according to the service the emergency service there that deals with response to this, it is starting to dissipate again. It's something they do live with over there, but this is particularly spectacular. And they're obviously in the local area, there has been a lot of people evacuated. The Blue Lagoon, which is a popular tourist destination, has been closed. The poor, poor things, it's only been open a day, so it reopened after the last lot of volcanic activity, and now it's shut again for safety reasons. There are alternatives to the Blue Lagoon, though, and if that's something that you had booked through me, if safe to do so, we would have you on an alternative location because the thing to remember on this one, this is a particularly active area in a peninsula, and the Blue Lagoon is kind of out that way. So if you were going to somewhere like Reykjavik, as our understanding and as the current advice is, it wouldn't affect that. The one thing it may affect at the moment is flights. We are seeing some delays to flights, some some turnarounds taking a bit longer because obviously they're going to be taking certain routes that are going to maximize safety just because of any ash or anything like that. So um, looks rather spectacular, but not something that you need to be overly concerned with. However, if you have got relatives there or you're looking to travel to Iceland at all, do speak to your travel provider or because to be honest with you, these things can look I think it looks absolutely amazing, but they can also look very scary as well. And there's no need to be. This is something that is kind of a real regular thing, the dealing with that. And Iceland is a big place. Yeah, the message is current advice. As we see, we're on the our government foreign office advice, and it covers the volcanic eruptions there. That I expect there will be another update later, um, but this is still current today according to theirs. And the main thing you'd obviously be doing is communicating with your tour operator or your travel agent. Often, like us, we're often kind of one in the same if we've provided a package through our own atoll. So this is always a great tip, is that you want to always book your flight and accommodation with the same provider at the same time if you can, with a proper atoll and atoll protected ABTA travel agent, because then we have all the duties to look after you, um, but before and during uh, your holiday. So if there was something where you booked into the Blue Lagoon, we would obviously be making sure that we could give you an alternative or give you a refund, find something else for you. Um, and likewise, if there was disruption where for some reason you couldn't go on your holiday or something like that, or you needed to come home early, then we would be tackling that for you as well. So that is the beauty. And remember, with travel agents like myself, we are paid by the suppliers, not by you. So you pay no extra. We always look to be the same or less than going direct to suppliers when booking as a package. Okay, so here we've got just a little bit of a note here for Iceland, but also in general, always make sure you've got insurance in place at time of booking. So when you've booked your holiday, your next step should be get your insurance. If you haven't already got like an annual policy before, I would always have an annual policy running myself, that would cover anything I would need to do. But if you are going to Iceland or considering it, or just even this would be a good bit of personal admin itself, is just look, is what does your insurance cover? Does it actually cover the holidays that you undertake? Does it cover the activities that you want? Does it cover the destinations? Because often European travel, obviously, you'll have it carved up into different types of things, and normally you'll have a European travel cover, and then you'll have America, Canada, Caribbean travel cover as a higher premium on a lot of packages, because the medical costs are normally significantly more, and there are other factors in that as well. But so always make sure that you've got the right cover, and that's what the government website is speaking about there. So there could be an impact to your insurance. So we're going to now take a break from Iceland. But if you've got any concerns, reach out if you've to your travel agent, and they will be able to cover that. And what we're going to do now is have a little look at. We're going to stop the share so you get my lovely face again, and we're going to share a different screen. I've been asked another question. I've been asked, do you have anything close to home for New Year's Eve or around, in the next few weeks? Absolutely, yes. I got asked this question the just last week, and this was my reply to it. Yes, we've got bags and bags of options at the moment for London and throughout the UK for uh, relatively last minute. It's always worth, really, with us, if you can, we can do really close to departure, but we prefer a week at least to get things set up properly for you and get everything confirmed with the suppliers. But yeah, relatively last minute. Here we go. Here is our London package. This is our Tower of London package. Currently got an offer on this, but we've got literally thousands of options. But I particularly like this package because it comes with 2 nights accommodation at the President Hotel. Really lovely hotel. It includes breakfast daily. You've got tickets to the Tower of London on the second day of your stay, and this is for 2 people. Uh, Obviously, this package, so its prices are based on 2 people, and you've also got a one-way river cruise as well. So this works really well, where the river cruise you'll get on one end, You'll see a bunch of sites. You'll get up another, see some more sites, and then you can either stroll back or you can catch the tube or the bus. I do love the tube in London now. It's very easy to use. We can get you set up with a travel card if you want, but to be honest with you, often if you're only taking one or two short trips in zone one or two, which is normally what you would be in the London Underground, very easy to navigate in those zones. And you would just tap your credit or debit card on the gates when you go through into the tube station. And then when you get out the other side on the at the tube station you're leaving from, you just tap it again. So really simple to do. If you're going for New Year's Eve, you're obviously going to be in this location that we would send you. You're going to be prime spot to wander out and see the New Year's light show, fireworks, etc., like that go on in London, and really soak it up. We can also help you with meal reservations and things like that if needed. But this, the leading price on this is £199 per person, based on two sharing, subject to availability and change. But for New Year's Eve, I think the price, live price, when I checked just earlier, was about £219 per person. So it will depend on availability and the dates. But yeah, it's a fantastic thing there. You'll be right by the Tower Bridge as well. So the Tower Bridge, if you're up for it, you can go up and walk along Tower Bridge as well, along the top of it. So it's really quite special. And we can give you lots and lots of information of what you would want there. So one close home. So we've gone to Iceland and we've gone to London. How's that? So wrapping up now for your travel coffee break. Let's stop my share there. So I'm going to have one last sip, and I'm going to remind you that you can send in your questions to me. There is a link. If you're watching the recording, there is a link in the description there. If you're watching it live, you can just comment in the comment box, and I will collect all these questions up and I will answer them in little clusters as I can. We really do love your questions, so please do send them in. Um, I've been Dan Ori, your independent travel agent. I also support a network of travel agents who are home-based businesses, and it's very simple and well supported. So if that's something you'd be interested in, come and join me and I can support you through that journey. So drop me a message or a comment if that's something you're interested in as well. Otherwise, if you're after that London offer, move fast. It's gonna book out. So reach out to me the same way. I've been Dan Ori, and this has been your travel morning coffee break.